Hey y'all, what's going on? Oh my goodness. I have to tell y'all about the day that I had. How's it going? I'm on here. But you know what? I'm showing up. This is what we gotta do. I was in here knocked out. Okay. Knocked out. Okay. Completely. But nonetheless, I am here. I promise you, we ain't gonna be here long today because yeah, I ain't gonna be able to, what they say, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I ain't gonna be able to do it. But give me a heart thumbs up when you get here. Share the show for me. More details. I always pick the wrong time to like update everything. Say hi to me. I got stuff on my shirt, Lord, but it is what it is, y'all. So today I am showing up to y'all, giving y'all part three of the color purple, okay? For real. Hi Andre. How are you doing? What's going on, you guys? What's new? Yesterday, you guys, we did a show. Listen, yesterday I thought yesterday was Wednesday. Okay, so all's fair. Okay, all is fair. Um, I did. I really thought yesterday was Wednesday. So yeah. Oh, hold on. And then I haven't been to the gym in a minute since baby, it's cold outside. Okay. And I decided to go today. I went today with my daughter and baby. Came home from that workout, Andre. Let me tell you. Came home from that workout and crashed. So yeah, I caught myself taking a nap at 3:30. I missed Bible study. I missed everything. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show. I woke up. You ever know when you like when you're in that good sleep, and I woke up thinking that we had already went into Thursday, that I had already missed the show. Hey Benita, how you, girl? I made it. I made it. I made it. So I'm just over here doing my Sherry thing really quick. I'm not gonna be long. I know I say that all the time, but I'm not gonna be long. So what's new with you? You guys, all right, we are in February. I was listening and I was like, yo, when I looked at my calendar, 1 second, y'all just gonna have to watch me get it together because I'm not together. Um, y'all, I literally looked at the calendar and was like, oh, after this week, we literally only have 3 weeks left of this month. Can you believe it? And I'm already started off to a doozy. Okay. I was knocked out, but it's been pretty good. Check out the show from yesterday to get all your travel tips. It was pretty cool. I always find different things that I want to like add into the show. So I'm like, hey, maybe I could add that in. So don't mind me. I was able to finish my hair. I was able to finish doing everything that I didn't do the last night. But oh my gosh, it is what it is. Um, but it's not that. I don't mind showing up on camera like this. Y'all know I don't care about that. I'm not Beyonce every day, okay? But I overslept, and so my thoughts and my brain is still waking up. But by the time I finish doing my little Sherry thing, it should be fully activated. Um, but yeah, so let's get into it. It's 2026. It is February. We are halfway through the new year. I said, "Oh my goodness, look at me halfway through the new year." Yes, that's how I feel about it. I said, "Oh, okay. In a couple weeks, we're about to be back at spring and summertime." I don't know about you guys, but I am so ready for that. I'm so ready for it. I didn't even get to pack and do anything that I was supposed to do. I mean, ugh. So bear with me as we we have a little bit of a turbulence today. um, but yeah, let me get into my Sherry thing. Let me see YouTube. Oh, that's not me. Yeah, so I'm super excited. You said YouTube, girl. Listen, I already know what I want to do this summer, and I'm not gonna lie. them trips that she was talking about last night. Oh, I see you there on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, say hi to me. Y'all were on YouTube yesterday. Y'all just was sitting there, but it's okay. I woke up to a million missed text messages, a million missed calls that I had to do, and I missed Bible study. I was like, oh my God. But it's okay. I actually started my day off at like 4 o'clock, 4 o'clock this morning, like 4:52 this morning. I'm super I'm super excited. Um oh yeah. Oh look, my guest was like they missed it. Guess what? It's okay because I totally forgot about it. See how it works out? You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just super excited for all those things. Well, what's new? What's going on? What have I been seeing? I was like, man, I'm still unclogging my brain. I literally just woke up. And I'm not gonna lie, that was some of the best of the best of the best of the best sleep that I had in a long time. So pardon me if you're like, wait a minute, the first 9 minutes, what are we talking about? Absolutely nothing. um, I'm trying to do my wakey, wakey, wakey up thing. All right, well, what's going on? You guys tell me what's going on as my brain is trying to catch up. Also, share the show. I didn't even get to post everything that I was supposed to post today. I was like, I'm just gonna lay down for a minute, and that minute turned into some hours. Yes, share the show. Share the show, you guys. Okay, that's right, Benita. See, Benita is always in my corner. Okay, I appreciate you, Benita Applebaum. Hey, you have church detention for missing. Listen, I need all types of detention. I was knocked out. I can't. That's all I can keep saying. I was knocked out, and I ain't gonna lie. A part of me was going to be trifling, confession. I was going to just be like, you know what? It's just too much. Let me tell Benita no. I already did a show yesterday. And then I was like, no, all right, girl, just show up. You still got to do it. It's okay. So at least y'all see I'm late for everything. Is not just church or Bible study or jobs or even this job. I'm just late. Okay. And sometimes we're just going to accept people as they are. Okay, I'm getting better. I've gotten a whole lot better, but I'm just over it today. But what's going on, you guys? So, all right, so now that I can get into it, I discovered a new AI gospel singer. That's right, I discovered a new AI gospel singer, and I'm starting to get the hang of this AI thing and being able to tell the difference between it. Especially since I've been over here like playing around with it, learning how to talk to it and things like that. And she sounds really good, right? And her name is Harmony Love or something. She's not as big as Zena Monet, probably because she's singing about Jesus. You know how that go. But um, I could hear it, and it was good. I was like, hey, I like it. It's good. I don't have a problem with it. She sounded really good. So I was like, I'm gonna check her out. I added her songs to my playlist. What's going on in recent news? It's funny because a lot of people have been asking me. Actually, I said I was going to do something for it too. A lot of people have been asking me because they know I love Nicki Minaj. So they're like, "How do you feel? How do you feel about Nicki Minaj doing what she's doing?" And I'm here to tell you, I do not care. Okay, I don't have anything to do with what one's political views are, what they choose to do. And I got to be honest, you might not like it. However, it's above my tax bracket. But when I get there, okay, I will truly let you guys know. And if this man, and whoever he is, whatever it is, if it's a whole nother president, child, if they have a way for me to be able to keep my coin, because I got all these millions, I'm gonna go where I can keep my coin. But the thing is, too, I feel like I don't know why everyone is so well, I guess I do. I just feel like a lot of the things that are going on in the world is a little can be a little distracting, right? And I'm definitely not about to sit here and sound like one of those people. Like, do you guys, some of y'all might be here, do you guys feel like there's an agenda? Do you guys feel, I don't know how you guys feel, but how do you guys feel like there's something going on? You know how I do have one of my friends, she's a huge conspiracy theorist. So she's funny. So these conversations are always funny for her and I to have. In fact, I probably could call her and she would be able to give us a whole show. But as to what's going on, I don't, I'm not one of those people. So I would be curious to know about you guys. So I saw somebody, I went on Facebook on their page a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, they would talk about Nicki Minaj and was like, Nicki Minaj is going outside, Nicki Minaj is this, Nicki Minaj is that. Of course, everybody got their opinions on it, right? And I don't know. I know how to separate from being a fan of a person. I don't worship people, and I definitely know that like what that girl doing ain't got nothing to do with me. She getting paid for every time she click whatever she do, where she go speak at. She got more money than me. So I was like, but because I was like, I said out on the post, I was like, um, the way she bothers people is hilarious, and I love it, right? And they were like, "Oh, so are you?" They were like, Are you a Trump supporter of because of what I said about her?" And I was like, "No, I'm a me supporter." Okay, because guess what? One thing I'm going to do, I am going to promote me, and I am going to make sure I put myself out there. No, I'm a me supporter. I just do not get caught up on what other people are choosing to do and not do with their lives. I've never really been like that, even with like relationships, as far as, um, you know, I've always looked up for my friends. Like if I, found some things out about their significant other and things like that. Of course, some of them were receptive and we're still, you know, very much cordial to one another, and then some ended friendships behind it. You know what it is? They're gonna women did say check with your man first, check with your man. And unfortunately, we have people out here who will kick you to the curb because their man is some trash. But moving on, I just mind my business. Like last week, I was telling you guys I was in here for no reason. I don't know why, but I woke up with all Kelly on the brain, not him specifically, but like some of his music because um I think he's a great artist. So I don't know what y'all feel. I just feel like there's a slippery, I don't even want to say it's a slippery slope, but I just feel like um we can separate, separating people from what they do, but then I don't know either because we have Jamal Bryant, right? And I don't have no problem with Jamal Bryant, but I would not attend Jamal Bryant's church. Maybe that may be a little judgmental. Maybe you may call and saying I'm being harsh. Maybe I'm being a hypocrite, or maybe I'm no more so contradicting what I'm saying. I'm not really sure, but if you know, certain things I just can't. I'm just not going to do. So, so I am getting like scolded because I'm a Nicki Minaj fan, and I'm like, listen, what she do don't have nothing to do with me. I can't control. I can't control that, and it is what it is. But again, if I get there and I get these millions and somebody go in office and they trying to help me keep my millions, as far as all the stuff he changed, because it's not just her who's getting to keep their money. He's for the rich. And if I'm rich, then hey, he's for me too. So that's what is just funny to me. She said, yes, I don't care. I just wish she would stop going in on people is not a good look. Well, you're talking about because she is on the internet and I don't know. You know what I mean? I me and my one friend we had a conversation and I was like, I'm like, maybe she might be a martyr, you know. And she was like, oh, because my friend used to go in on her real bad until I had brought that to her attention. But I'm not sure. But I feel like that this is a great I feel like if we're paying attention to everything that's going on and how everybody is so upset with Nicki Minaj and everybody is so upset with the AI stuff and everybody's just so upset with everything, I feel like if we paid attention, there's always something great and good that can be pointed out in it. And that's just me. I just choose to see the good in it because here's my takeaway from it, right? Donald Trump has shown you may not agree with him. That's fine. I'm not a Trump fan either, but He has shown you what it looks like to truly believe in yourself, right? You say it. Now we're not talking about, let's not, don't miss the message, okay? Don't be that person that wants to sit here and be like, well, no, I'm just telling you my thoughts, courtesy of me. Hey, CJ, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're just talking about a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because, child, I overslept. I went to the gym today, just woke up right before the show, and woohoo, we are here. So you guys get to see my brain on drugs, right? Not literally drugs, but this is my brain on just wake up. Yes, I do, because every week is something different. Okay, so elaborate that. Tell me what's going on. What is it? Because I'm always curious when I have conversations. Oh, and let me get the link together, because you guys can call in and join the show tonight as well. But yeah, I want to know, because I'm always curious about that. Let me share the link with you guys. And hey, TikTok, you guys are popping in and out. So here we are, right? I do believe that not really necessarily believe, but it's like, hey, find a good in something, right? Because you Donald Trump shows you that you can believe in yourself. If you can believe in yourself, you can say what you want to say as far as for yourself and make it happen. He said that he was going to get reelected way before he got reelected. Now, whether he cheat, scheme, scam to get there, it is what it is. I don't know, but I'm just looking at, I'm just showing you and telling you how I choose to see the good in things, right? So he shows that you could definitely believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself, put your best foot forward, and do and be all that you can be, right? Then here we have people who are upset with Nicki Minaj, you know. You got to look at it. If you're definitely not like a fan or have someone who has followed her entire journey, I feel like she too has shown you um the best way I always the best way that I always, and now look, I'm gonna learn something about y'all too. The best way that I can describe her is I always says, "Hey YouTube, make sure you guys are giving this video a heart and a thumbs up. You guys share the show tonight. If you would like to send a donation, if you'd like to send stars to support me, share the show. You guys, we gotta keep hope alive, okay?" But she almost reminds me of the coworker at work who speaks up or speaks out and is ridiculed for it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's you, or maybe, um you may feel like that's a problem or things like that. But that's what it almost reminds me of. Because when she speaks out about what has gone on and the things that we don't know, we the people who don't know nothing about that lane are always like, um, hey, she's crazy, she's this, this. I mean, think about it. For instance, you in a relationship with a man, and you good to this man or you good to this woman. Now he do something to piss you off, or y'all break up, don't go the way that he felt, or whatever it is. What's the first thing that he tell his friends, family, and everybody? Man, she crazy. So I should, you get what I'm saying? I feel like we got to be real about some stuff when it's real. It's like whenever you are in your feelings about anything and you speak up for anything, people always want to label you crazy when you react to whatever it is that they've done or they've said to you, or people will provoke you, and then when you respond, all of a sudden you're the problem. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I look at that in that aspect of it. I am, what type of coworker are you? I want to know. Are you the coworker that, because I would say there's three types of coworkers. Um, but I don't know, we may get to two. So you tell me. I feel like there's three type of coworkers. You have the one who will know of all the injustice and know how people are being treated, and they turn a blind eye. Then you have the other coworker who you may have a relationship with, you may be close to, they may know what's going on with you, and then you go to file a complaint and you need a witness, and they like, I don't want to get in it, right? And then you have the coworker that's just like, I don't care how it's going to go, what comes out of it, you're not going to treat me this kind of way. And then you also have, the coworker that just wants to sit and gossip about everything all day. You get what I'm saying? Let's be real here. We're having a conversation. So, because Andre, I see your comment, and I feel like this might all go together. Um, and so with me knowing that, well, first of all, I want to know which coworker are you? Are you one, two, three, or four? Let's be honest. Put it in the comments. Put the number in the comments. Put one, two, three, or four. Let's go. Let's get out. Let's get out thinking caps on. Let's get out thinking caps on. Let's be honest. You know, you guys are always honest. Hi, Sanera girl. How are you? Thank you for showing up tonight with us. I want to know which coworker are you? Let's put it in the chat. Let's put it in the chat. TikTok, and you can help me. It's told me to start a goal, but I don't have a goal. Are you the one, two, three, or four coworker? Look, and I ain't gonna move on until I see them numbers coming up in the chat. And I know that there's a little delay. Okay, so Andre, you are coworker three. I'm gonna get back. We're gonna get back to this comment you put up in a minute. Boom. Okay, so you're coworker three. Okay, thank you. Who else? Are you coworker one, two, or three? Remember, I said there's a coworker. What I said, there's a coworker that may know what's going on at work, knowing that you're being mistreated. They turn a blind eye. They say nothing. Um, she said, I missed the description. Don't worry, I'm going back over it because I see people that just joined, just trailing back all in. So we're discussing which coworker you are. You know, this is an honesty post. Show. The coworker who knows what's going on, see people being mistreated and turn a blind eye and say nothing. The coworker who will know of someone that's being mistreated, and when the coworker that you are friends with, or you know that y'all developed a relationship with, ask you to speak up and be a witness and maybe their complaint, you say no, leave me out of it. That's coworker number two. Coworker number three is the coworker where you're not going to treat them any kind of way. They're going to speak up. They're not going to really too much care about the consequences. It's the coworker that's like, you could take this job and shove it, you know? That coworker. And then the other coworker who is the one that just want to gossip and talk and be nosy and know what's going on, but don't want to speak up and just keep it and just want to use it to just gossip about it. So, which coworker are you? I've always been coworker number three. You guys probably knew that. I have always been coworker number three. Coworker number three, friend number three, sister number three, daughter number three. I've always been number three. Always been number three. Um, in fact, maybe I'll be a little dramatic tonight. I despise coworker number two and one. Coworker number four, you kind of need them to spread the gossip to prove your point. You know? Tomato, tomato. It's all how you look at it. Benita, thank you. I'm the coworker that pays attention but still minds my business. Okay, so your coworker. So your coworker number two or number one? Oh, okay. So you're coworker number one, but you said I'll speak up when asked. So you are, well, girl. Now I got to figure out which coworker you are, girl. I told you I'll put one, two, or three. Look, thank you, Sanera. Sanera, thank you. How she show up after everybody ain't followed our instructions? So okay, so your coworker number three. CJ and Sanera is having their own little meet and greet. Okay, I love it. I love when y'all see each other and be like, "Hey," you know, it's like one. We are a family, like a giant tree, reaching up for the stars. So I think you are coworker. You're coworker number one, but you also have number two tendencies. So, okay, so let me get clarity for you, Benita. So you the coworker where you will speak up if coworker number three or whomever is like, "Hey, I'm filing a complaint. I don't like how I'm being treated at work, and I put you down as a witness, so they may come to you and ask you, hey." Did you witness these transgressions against coworker X, Y, and Z? Right? Is that the coworker you are? So you're coworker number two? Y'all confused. Look, y'all confuse me. He said, I keep mixing the descriptions up. You keep mixing the description up? What you make like? Ask your questions. I'll put it in there. I'll try to help you as best as I can. Because listen, for me, um, this is just what I see going on around in the world. While CJ's trying to figure out his description. Who else, you guys? Thank you guys for participating. Who else? What coworkers are you? One, two, or three? But let me go to your comment, Andre. Andre said we went from Epstein files to Nikki, now Jay-Z, back to the Epstein files, some more nothing but distractions. And I'm just like, when they say that there are, when we say, um, because tonight we are a team, even though because I don't say this, but we are a team. Um, what are we being distracted from? Because when I always hear people say that, nobody's ever able to give me like an answer. What are we being distracted from? And I feel like that's good answer, good answer, good answer. Look like we on Family Feud tonight. What are we being distracted from? Um, so here we, how do I get rid of this? Oh, okay. Yeah, tell me, what are we being distracted from? Okay, Benita say yes. Okay, Benita, so you are coworker number two. Okay. Oh, we may have coworker number five. Coworker number five speaks up for the coworker that is being mistreated. Yeah. So we have five types of coworkers. We have five. I added that one in there. So I'm three and five. I've always been three and five. Sometimes I've been more five than three. And so when I say that, when we look around as to like what's going on, like I said, we always say all of that. But I am also somebody quiet as a cat. My friends laugh at me all the time because I also intervene in a safety way in other people's issues, like even outside. And I've noticed that the more and more like I grow and pray and do all of those things and say, "Hey God, make me more like you," and less like me. That stuff comes with some stuff comes with it. But I also am the person where if I see someone, um, I have seen someone, uh, being beat on, right? Domestics in cars or outside or wherever I may be. I also intervene as far as, oh, I'm sitting right there, I'm calling the police and I'm giving a description and I'm telling them what's going on. Coming home from church a few times, my friend was laughing at me because she was like, "Girl, every time we leave church, every time I come to this church with you and and we leave here, girl, you just stumble across people, right?" I was sitting at a red light on Harford Road. Y'all know right there, if y'all from Baltimore, or that Harford Road right there by Federal Street. Harford Road, go this way, Federal Street can run across this way of it, like you about to go up there before you get to North Avenue. And by where Torrentino's, if was, and this man was standing there and he was sitting there. Yeah, he was intoxicated or so, but he was standing there and he was standing there quite fine. And then he just fell out. So when he fell out, I pulled over and I got out the car. Now I'm not going to touch you and all of that because I don't, all of that. We're not doing all of that. But I called the police as soon as I was standing right there. Yes, I did. Police showed up, and it is a little disheartening, and I'm also familiar with that. So where it's like they show up and it's like they show up and they don't care, but sometimes it's like they see it every day, so it's like you become immune to it. Or should they say desensitized? And that was one of my things. I never became desensitized to that type of stuff. And I'm sitting there, and this one lady is there. Just, me stopping caused like three more people to stop. An old lady, the other old lady, she came there. She talking to him because this man is like on the urge of like out of here. Like he would stop breathing and all of this. And she's praying over him, talking to him like, "Come on, sir. Come on, sir." I'll never forget it. She's like, "Come on, sir. Your family needs you, sir." And she got down. She was down on her knees, and she's trying to keep him alert and all that. Why while we're waiting for the ambo that came, that seemed like it took forever. You ever notice how when you're trying to get some help and you're in the middle of a crisis, it just seems like it's taking them forever to get to you. Yeah, it was those kind of vibes. And she's like, come on, sir. And they come, somebody else gets out, like moving each other's cars. So it was really great in that moment to see all the, the community and people come together. This is the type of stuff that I do. Um, Coming from church again, something similar. Um, I don't think they were sick or anything. I don't know, but they were just there. Somebody was just there laid out. And I stopped and I called the police, and then my friend be laughing because when I'm on the phone with them sometimes and I'm like, hey, this is what's going on, like, I gotta get off the phone with you, call police. I do have it now. Naturally, some of my friends are like, girl, mind your business. No, you keep on going. I don't know how to do that. Only because I just feel like you just never know how you intervening can help something. Even if they do go back 100 times, even if they have fallen out in the middle of the street a million times, I just always intervene, say a prayer, um, you know, keep them comfort, you know. I feel like when you can't do anything, you could pray. So that's like what I've been accustomed to doing over these last couple of years. So I remember I was driving on the street, y'all, coming down what that street is, what that street is, Monument. Seeing this girl. She was in a car with a guy. It was another guy in a big old F pickup truck, F-150. I don't know what happened. I couldn't tell if she got caught cheating or if it was more like road rage because it was mixed signals. And you guys tell me, what are you? Are you the person that you just mind your business? I stand up for coworkers that don't get treated right. Okay, so you stand up for the coworkers that don't get treated right. So you're coworker number five. Okay, shout out to coworker number five. Um, Coworker number five be lit. Coworker for number five be the one that you be needing. Coworker number five. If you get put on paperwork and they say they need you to be a witness to the treatment on documentation, whether it's EEOC complaints, whether it's lawsuits against the company, are you saying, hey, keep me out of it, or are you still in your coworker number five stance? Because got to ask because we got to know. But and I called the police and he was cutting her off and she had somebody in the passenger seat and he's yelling at the person in the passenger seat. Um, and the way they're going, and I'm sitting there and I start getting slow. I'm slowing down because I'm like, yo, I cannot believe this, but I can believe it. This is the most drama I get. And I said, I'm sitting there. And as I'm sitting there, he's backing up, she's going. It seemed, and it also seemed like it was just us on the road, okay? It seemed like it was just us on the road. And she backing up and she going and she busting new turns. She's stopping so that way he can just keep going to go about his business. He's still yelling and cussing and fussing. He cuts in front of me, make a left, come back around, run the light, came back, make a U-turn. So it cut her off again. And I'm looking at him as I'm on the phone with the police. I'll never forget it. And he looked at me, he like, and I'm looking at him just like this. And he, duh, 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 and I'm looking at him, and he just looking crazy. And I was like, yeah, and he also wearing XYZ. You know what I mean? And um, but when they got to where as though he ended up going back up Orleans Street, right there by that little, y'all know where that split at, where it say Monument or go straight down New Orleans. I mean, Orleans Street. I always call Orleans Street New Orleans. So whatever, go down Orleans Street. He went ahead and he went towards Orleans Street, and then she cut through that little gas station that's right there. Y'all know, and then she ended up going back in that same direction. And that was the only thing that gave me pause. Like, well, girl, are y'all together? Do you know him? But then I was like, hey, no, she was probably still trying to go to get away from this person and for some road rage. And she needs to really go back that way. This is not where she needs to go. So I don't know. And by the time the police called me, child, they called me back. I was like, whoa, I didn't know that they gonna call me back now. But by the time they called me back, I was like, he's gone. He's already up the street, this, that, and the third. You took too long. I'm going home. So I don't know. I'm that person. So um As far as what's going on, I don't know. I will. I also stand by whether it's kids, children. Kids and children are the same. Lord, I'm still waking up, y'all. But whether it's children, adults, the vulnerable people who can't speak for themselves, the elderly, the handicap, or anything like that. Um, I've never, even when I was little, like I've never been good at uh just watching people be mistreated and it not affect me a little bit, or me not feel like I had something to say, or it's like, don't pick on them, pick on me kind of type of vibe. um so when I see what's going on, when we, like they say, well Nicki Minaj just going crazy, she this and this, I don't know what she experienced. I don't know what she experienced. I ain't never been in those rooms. But what I do know is that it's a lot of secrets, I feel, in any job, depending upon the job. As we see at with our own, there's a lot of secrets in law enforcement. There are a lot of secrets in the judicial system. Period. There's a lot of secrets in the hospitals. There's a lot of secrets in corrections. Um, what else? Attorneys' offices. It's just a lot of secrets. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. It's just a lot of secrets. A lot of employers have skeletons in their closet. And there are consequences sometimes when you do speak up. They say they're not supposed to retaliate, but they end up retaliating. So I think that it all boils down to who you are and what you stand for and what you believe. And that's why for me, I I don't ever have a problem being coworker number 3 and coworker number 5 and coworker number 2. I don't have a problem with that because you never know what somebody you never know what it's like for the receiver. So I mean, if we go back into like what you said to Andre in regards to what's in the media, what they're doing, the things like that. At the end of the day, I don't know if Jigga Man, and I love me some Jay-Z. I don't know if he has illegitimate children or not, whatever. But what I do know is that with anything where there's smoke, there is fire. And I know that we always like to say, "Oh, well, they're just being." Okay, let's. Then I'm about to go there. Oh, they're just doing everything to bring us down, to bring the black people down because um they get to do it. And the point that I always say is it doesn't matter who gets to do it. It doesn't make it right. You see? And I feel like that's a lot of what we do. We point the finger, we shame blame, shift the blame and do all those things. Oh, well, I can't come in work late, but such and such CJ, Sonera, and Andre then showed up 15 minutes late for months, and y'all ain't say nothing to them. And it is unfair and it may not feel nice, but the fact of the matter is you are not Sonera, CJ, and Benita. I'm sorry. Some of us are just held to a higher standard. Okay. And it doesn't feel good. And I can tell you that it doesn't feel good and it's not nice. But also we can't scream. Uh, what is it? It's like what they say. We talk about how, oh, this person was so good with their life, but then on the other hand, we screaming free the shooter. You get what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways. Somebody's gonna be upset and somebody's not gonna like it. You know what I mean? He said that ain't Jay's son. Listen, I don't know what he did. I don't know that man. Niggas deny kids every day. To me, he just been another man. He just been another Negro denying a baby. I'm sorry to say it, but they do it every day. Um, and so here we are, and it's like you don't know sometimes how something feels until you are placed in that same predicament. What they say, the shoe is on the other foot. And then it's like, damn, this is how that fit. This is how that feels. Well, this is how they felt. So it's, you know what I mean? It's one of those things And then it's like you can't say what they get away with and then at the same time scream that the judicial system is against African Americans. So I know I always feel I'm one where I always say you could go looking for anything, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be something to find. Just like when you go looking through your girlfriend phone, or you go looking through your man phone, your husband phone, or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is you choose to be with. Sometimes just because you're going to look don't mean you're going to find it. However, there is always that other side of that inclination that something gave you cause to pause to go want to look in the first place. Now, so so whether it be a extra shower, a couple days late from work, coming home, whether it be an attitude or always being irritated, something, your lack of attention, lack of intercourse, it doesn't matter. Something gave you a cause to pause to be like, I'm gonna go check these emails. I need to know what's going on. Or I'm going to sit and I'm going to do what? Ask them questions. So, I mean, I feel like, with a lot of the things, once upon a time, we didn't know a lot of the things that was going on. Social media has made everything, even more intense. And we do know people can paint you to look however they want you to look online because a lot of people are home, nothing to do, or have something to do. And then some people just find it as interest, and some people are entertained by it. And then some people just jump and just want to be in the midst of it. At the end of the day, Andre, to go with your comment. Wait a minute, I just looked at this comment. What do you say? I don't prefer to be involved in litigations at all. But if it means supporting a real victim against corporate, then I guess it is what it is. Oh, so you'll sell out. So you one of them. You one of them. You gonna do it, but hey, I prefer not to do it. So you'll make sure between coworker number 5 and coworker number 1. What they say in layman's terms. um, but back to what you said about the Epstein files. I mean, at the end of the day, we know that they are weirdos. We have perverts, pedos all over. No, it does not make it right. But if the people who have the position and the power to remove people from situations and they're not doing it, what can we do about it? Let's be cause such a great tizzy about it. And and then we can see things move. I don't know. However, I mean, they always said Hollywood was Holly weird, They've always said that. But of course, I'm pretty sure, um, you know, I don't know because I haven't even been keeping up with that. I guess it's supposed to be all the people who was with Harvey Weinstein or Epstein on these islands and being perverts with children. I mean, we saw that. Look at this. What happened when that came out? Let's be real. What happened when that came out? I'm gonna say it again. What happened when that came out? Whoa, well, what came out? Well, let's take it over here. Was it on the file? No, but it was similar. Look at Diddy. The minute all that stuff came out about Diddy and what he liked in court, people were just like, oh, he just has a sex addiction. And oh, his victims are lying. And he's in jail for being a freak. And even though there was hella evidence, okay, now y'all might feel like they didn't prove their case. Even though there was hella evidence to be like, yo, how are you doing all of this as a human being to other human beings? You still had others on the other side saying, those girls are lying. Why would they stay? So it's just like, people will always have something to say, whether you are a victim or not, whether you're being mistreated or not, whether the person is guilty or not. And then the other thing is too, Americans, just not even just Americans, but just people are naturally star hogs and starstruck. Those people who were on that jury probably just was excited to be that close to the celebrity and might like them and said, hey, I'm going to find them not guilty just because I like them. There's no difference from your child being dead wrong and you say, hey, well, I'm going to stand beside my child. No different from your partner being wrong and you're like, hey, well, in public, I'm going to ride with you. In private, I'm going to cuss you out. You know what I mean? It's levels to it. It's levels to it. But what I will say is, in the case of Nicki Minaj, which will bring me to my other case in point is, you ain't seen not one pure black person in that room, in that power vicinity over the last couple of years from 2016 up until now ever speak up to defend her. You haven't seen it. And you've like listened to her story, but if you didn't follow it and you're not into like female rap and things like that, some people just didn't follow it. People also think because you're a fan of somebody that you agree with everything they do, or you're like a diehard fan. I'm not a stand. I am not a stand. However, I am familiar with the part of her world that she has chosen to show the world. You get what I'm saying? You got to remember, when we're online and we're looking at people, we're only getting a peek, okay? A peek at what's going on. Gene Deal and a couple others have been going on for years all over YouTube doing different interviews discussing Diddy and the things that he's done. For years. For years. Now have they found a way to capitalize off of it to make some money? Absolutely. They're going to find a way to do that. And if you ask me, I think Diddy will come home and be an even bigger celebrity than he was before he went to prison, just because we love criminals. That might be a little harsh of a term, but it's the truth. We gotta not you can't ignore what you can't ignore what you ignore. You never seen anyone speak up for her. Nobody came to her defense. And when things came out that she said that were true, nobody in power on these platforms, none of them went and spoke up and said, hey, I apologize. None of them said, hey, let me come and do an interview with you, even though she might tell you, yeah, let me go and clear it up. Because and this is the thing is, the apology is never as loud as the disrespect. The apology is never as loud as the disrespect. So, and then you did have Joe Biden, whoever would like speak up here and there, but he's so on the fence with his own stuff. That his and I like his little podcast sometimes depending upon the topic, but I also like when their fans call them out too, as into how he chooses to stay away from certain celebrities, but he put his mouth on everybody else. So it's a little tricky out here. You know what I mean? So, um, and then we have to understand everybody is not going to agree with everything. Everybody is not for you. And I'm not even saying this all of that, but I'm just speaking in it. Everybody's not for you allowing your children to get like sex changes and stuff at the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everybody's not for that. Just, and there's nothing wrong with people not being for that. Everybody who speaks up on what they feel or what they believe when it comes to, I guess, the LGBTQ community, that's your right. But are you being malicious and nasty when you do it? See, I'm always looking at people's heart posture. But what I do know is, it wasn't nothing but us screaming and tearing her down. Now she done gone over there with the mother folk who's probably said, hey, we're going to protect you. Hey, I know some people that know some people that know some people. What Plies say years ago? Them crackers owe each other favor. They'll swap you out. You give us him, we give you him. When he was doing his record in regards to the legal system. You know what I mean? Like, rub them elbows. Them lawyers know them lawyers, them judges, they eat dinner together, they hang out, they cool, they They friends, and how many times have we done something on the strength of just who it is? Like, you know what? I want to pop you in your mouth, but on the strength of the fact that you know CJ and I'm cool with CJ, I'm going to spare you today. Or, hey, I don't even want you at my cookout or my house, but because you're friends with Andre, it's okay for you to come in here and, I mean, mind your manners. You know what I mean? Or how many times has it been, you know, oh, you know what, me and Benita are cool. So on the strength that I'm cool with Benita, you better go check your friend. Check your friend. I'm gonna come to you before I go check it because yeah, out of the strength. Or may have been in attendance somewhere and Thanksgiving, and you quiet because Big Mama there, but you know you don't want to be in here with Uncle Tony and all of them and everybody who got something to say about you and your children, and always having something to say and having side conversations. But because of the respect you have for your auntie, your grandmother, or whoever, it's like you ain't gonna say nothing. So you know you'll sacrifice and deal with some things. But that don't mean if the day presents itself where you decide you want to spill it all, God forbid they say you're crazy. And then everybody act like they don't know what you're talking about. So now you ready to pop Benita, CJ, Uncle Tony, Nana, everybody. It's just real. We gotta be honest. At least that's how I see it. So then you know, they always say that, you know, we are always placed in a position where, you know, the other side, what they say, white is right, um, seems to appear to be that way in some situations because sometimes it happens to be them who will, if you connected to the right ones, who will be like, yo, him, her, them, and they kids, they off limits. You can do whatever you want over here to to Sanera and Shirley and Felicia and Keisha and Troy and Daniel and Peter. But over here with Rebecca, Andre, okay, Damon, you can't touch them or their children. We see it with like the cartel, although some of the cartel don't care who involved, child. They gonna let everybody off with everybody here. And then you have some where they like, we don't hurt women and children and old ladies. So some people have their nose and some people don't. So when they do shift, whatever it is they do, yo, you can't even really be, we can't keep being mad about what people choose to do with their lives. That Diddy case was a fluke. They charged him with the wrong stuff. It wasn't about sending him to jail. It was the powers he bucked against putting him back in his place. See, and all of that, guess what? That's a theory. Because guess what? Would we ever really know? And even if it is with him being put in his place, he still did some foul stuff. Like I feel like with some things we have to like get away from that portion of it and look at just what he was doing as a human. I don't care what he was charged with, but what was he doing as a human being? Beating women, drugging them. Yeah, you might want to have sex today, but you got the right to say no tomorrow. You don't have a right to get me high out of my mind and we getting high out of mine and you being a narcissist and selling me dreams just so I could stay a little longer, or you know, I'm trying to leave you, but what do? You go and make my mother put a house up, but give her the money back. Like, just look at the things he was doing. Um, I don't know. It's just like I can't excuse certain things. I just really can't excuse certain things. Um, and at the end of the day, there are too many people that spoke out in regards to the treatment as to what was going on. We have seen too many people who we once heard of in the media go silent, who had careers and the careers are there no more. Not just even concerning Disney. For example, all those Nickelodeon and Disney kids, most of them are screwed up. How are these children on these mega shows, all this money from your generation, my generation, the generation before that, and here we are, they are all strung out on drugs. Look at freaking Macaulay Culkin. The other little girl that used to be like, "That's me." Her stuff came out in that documentary that they did on the Nickelodeon guy. I mean, the sad part is people will sell their children for fame. How they sell themselves, you know? That was really effed up how nobody publicly and loudly apologized to Cassie when she was proven right. Yeah, because they didn't see Cassie as a victim. They saw Cassie as a freak. And then when we move on over, right, we got Clarissa Shields. So, Andre, I guess we're going down a rabbit hole. If we're talking about, I'm trying to save the best for last because, some people do not like you talking about Jay-Z. And then we moving right along. Then we have Clarissa Shields, right? Clarissa Shields, it's only us that's tearing that girl down like that. I mean, let's really look at and listen to what's really going on. Clarissa Shields, because she with Papoose, you may not like her confidence. You may not like what she does on the internet, whatever it is. I don't know. They can't make me hate her. But what the point is that Clarissa Shields is a black woman and they do nothing but tear her down all day. And a lot of it, majority of it, is on black owned platforms. Like let's be real here. Majority of it is on black owned platforms, right? Um and Clarissa Shields is the average regular woman, right? Workout, you might feel like she got a strong face, you might feel like whatever, but the truth of the matter is, look at me. Clarissa Shields looks like all of us, your mother, your grandmother, when they not dolled up. When she does get dolled up and when she does look presentable and she looks nice, somebody is picking her outfit apart. She shouldn't have wore that with this. She shouldn't have did this, or she looked like that. And the biggest thing now is everyone is like, "Oh, she is trying to look like Remy Ma." Well, I wonder if you guys will be comparing her to the Remy Ma if she was light skinned. And the truth of the matter is, you can't compare that. You may not feel like she is as beautiful as Remy, but I am so over, regular everyday people comparing the average regular woman to made up beauty. And she's a boxer. You know what I mean? And some people I like to only be dressed up when I have somewhere to go. 9 times out of 10, if you follow me on Instagram and all that, you always seeing me look crazy. Blemishes and all showing. Always seeing me look crazy. Um, you know what I mean? And here we are. They just tear her down. They just tear her down. And it's us. Never mind that she's a black woman who has the Olympian champion. Never mind all of her accolades. Never mind, the story of how she came from. Um, Never mind that, right? Never mind that Remy, we don't know, but if we could go over what's in the public, Remy crept off first. Never mind that it's been like 2-3 years. Remy had a new man. He moved on, but everybody is screaming, "Oh, Clarissa this, Clarissa that, Clarissa this." And the truth of the matter is, I believe the issue is that Pat Poose hit a lick and got somebody with a bigger bag. Then what does that go to? Oh, he's broke. Oh, um he's only being talked about because of him being with Clarissa. Clarissa makes him look good. Well, let's keep it a bean. Not to toot that horn, but us women make a lot of these dudes look good. Let's like, yeah. I'm sorry, fellas. Don't beat me up, CJ, Andre, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But some of us make y'all look good. Let's be real, okay? And it's just sad because here it is. You have a black woman who is, she may be a little troll and people may not like how she is, but people would prefer for her to, I feel like people would prefer for you to sit in the corner and just talk about how you're not good, how you aren't great, how you don't like yourself, how you don't think that you don't want to be the, you shouldn't want to be the best at what you do. You get what I'm saying? You shouldn't want to be the best at what you do. You shouldn't want a title. You should go into every ring preparing for somebody to beat you up. But when you look at it, she like a female version of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali mouth was lethal, they say, even in the movie. But she can't do it. Why? Because she a woman. So then there's always that double standard, right? Women will always be looked at as the lesser than in the public eye. So when it comes to the things and stuff that are like in the media, I'm like, yo, it is so sad because, unlike when I went to the gym today and I'm sore from it, but Remy Ma had surgery and all that stuff done to make herself look like that. I don't dislike Remy, but I'm just looking at what y'all and who y'all comparing her to. And um I don't care, is Remy cute? Yeah, Remy is cute, and their daughter looks just like Remy. Is Clarissa cute and pretty? Yeah, Clarissa is cute and pretty. But just like you don't find them attractive, somebody don't find you attractive either. Like we all aren't everybody's type. And of course, you put some money on us, blow it up a little bit, fix it, be like, damn. It's almost kind of like when you see a dude that's not really attractive or you really attracted to, but you be like, damn, he clean up good. So when you get to see what he looks like when he would they say, "Ooh, I got that shit on," you don't care how he looks when he's not looking at his best because you know what he looks like. Just like a woman, which is crazy. I never understood it, and maybe a man can answer that because it always seems like if I'm looking like this and I'm outside, because I do go outside like this, people be like, how you doing? Da-da-da-da-da. And even if I'm dressed up, they still be like, how you doing? And I've always been curious, like, how they say, like, you ever hear somebody say, child, I went out and talked to the man, I look crazy. And that's when somebody was trying to talk to you. And I was like, well, what is it that make a guy do that? Like, do you think that I look dirty? Do you think that I'm crazy? I think one man was like, years ago was like, no, I know that this is not how you look every day. How? I just know that you're not looking like this every day. You get what I'm saying? So it's and I'm not saying like they follow on social media. This is just a regular conversation. So it's always like, well, dang. It's almost like, you know what? Y'all fellas, if y'all out there, let us know. Let us know tonight. Like, what is it that when you see somebody looking crazy, I got my little mycelial plaits and stuff, that you will be like, I think you look very gorgeous. Or what Drake say? What he say, Drake? Y'all know that, what Drake say? When he say, "Cause you hold me down every time you get up," he was like, what he say? When you don't have, when you got a T-shirt with no makeup on, that's when you're the prettiest. Girl, I hope you don't take it wrong. Don't quote me. I'm not I'm learning the Drake stuff. So it's no different. And I don't know. I just feel like that is always like, yes, Andre, when you say, look, things are happening and we are being distracted, but I also feel like, yo, we don't need no distractions. We are already individually distracted. Whether it's your own thoughts, whether it's what you believe, whether it's you projecting onto someone else, you know what I mean? Um, I I don't know. Look at Glorilla. I don't think Glorilla was a bad looking girl. Like you cannot say Glorilla was a bad looking girl. Pre glow up. You couldn't look at her and just be like, she wasn't a cute girl. You can't say that. You may look at her mouth structure and the things that was like wrong with her, but Now when you see her and she's working out and her body's filling out and she got a little boobie done and a little butt done. Hey, TikTok, you guys, make sure you tap the screen. Send me a rose. I just need one rose, TikTok. Um, yes, Benita says show your girl some love. Um, you know what I mean? So it's those types of things. Let me get to some of the comments. Hey Trania. She said, I think they all need to be alone. No shade, Clarissa missing some marbles, but she deserves to be happy. Why you think Clarissa is missing marbles? Why we just talking about that when people call you crazy? She said, clock it. Uh, mind you, Papoose was just as hot as Remy. Yeah, I think he was hotter than Remy at one point. I mean, I ain't never been home like, ooh, throw that Papoose on. You know what I mean? I ain't never said that. Um, is that add me? Oh, okay. Oh, she said no real shit. Oh, okay. I'll add you on TikTok. I put the link in I had put the added link in the comments to the show, but I'll put you on TikTok. Hopefully they can hear you over here. Hold on. All right, y'all. Look at that. Look, I appreciate you guys for wanting to call in today. Let's see. Um, how do I add you? Boop. We have a TikToker that wants to join us. Hi.
Hey, Kazi.
Hey, how you, girl?
Let me get this camera on.
Oh, look, you want, oh, hi, you look so cute.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
Okay.
Wait a minute, can y'all hear? Can y'all hear her? Let me know if you guys can hear. Okay, I'm listening.
They can hear me.
They're gonna tell me. They gotta tell me. Can y'all hear her? You guys gotta let me know if you can hear her. Ouch.
So I'm gonna explain why I said what I said.
Okay, sure.
Now, which part did you want to know first? Which comment that I made that you want to know about first? Because I'm gonna explain all of them.
Oh, okay, I can hear her, but I can't see her. That's because she's on TikTok. This is why it's important to follow us on all platforms.
Exactly. On all platforms, Candy Coded Secrets, Candy Coded World.
Yes, okay. All right, so I want to know why you said she's crazy. Well, I mean, well, you didn't say she's crazy.
Okay, so I don't follow, I don't really follow like the social media thing as far as with celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
With like from our city and stuff, I be into it. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now with celebrities, I feel like they be having a whole lot of agendas and a lot of weird shit going on, so I don't really get too into it.
Okay.
But I said that she's crazy because
well, you said she lost her
really
marbles.
looking into it, she's been doing this thing where like Remy get a hairstyle, she get that same hairstyle. Remy posts something that she cooked, now she cooked it. Then she be on live. It's nobody in the comments asking about Papoose. She like, oh, Pat upstairs. Baby, nobody asks about him.
So it sounds like
it low key used him like he happy though. I ain't gonna lie.
Hold on. Because y'all, as she's doing this, I'm pulling this up because not y'all don't want me to cook because Remy be cooking.
Yes,
like
they be saying her food look hard.
Girl.
They be saying her food look just as tough as her. And they just be talking like they really going in on her.
They always go in on her. See, this is why I can't pay attention to culture. Okay, I'm about to pull it up. So I learned today that. Oh look, and that's what I feel like. CJ said that's because she trolling y'all. See, and I'm about to pull it up. So this is what.
Even down to the head thing. She posted this thing. She posted her real hair. Her hair about long as a minute.
My hair about long as a minute. Come chill on us, bald head, short hair girls.
By choice.
Well, still.
She
Chill.
go ahead, come over get her a perm.
Not because I'm
So
gave her a perm. I'm looking this up because
but no, for real, like all jokes
is
aside,
she trolling y'all? My question is she trolling y'all or is she trolling Remy?
partially, I think some of it she is trolling. I'm not gonna say all of it. Some of it I feel like she be dead serious, but a lot of it I do feel like she be trolling. I do feel like she be trolling, and I would too because why not? I'm making all this money. I'm already making money from fighting. I'm already making money.
Because how would you know she cooking and doing what she doing if y'all not watching her? You get what I'm saying? You troll her. You don't like her.
I'm like, yep. So why not?
So why not?
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna ride it out.
So how would you feel if somebody said?
I'm this. I'm that. I'm everything in the book.
So how would you feel if somebody said you crazy? You lost your marbles. First thing out your mouth will be, y'all don't know me.
And you're right. Because you know me. You know me. So, yeah, my first thing would be, y'all don't know me. But if I know how I've been acting over social media, I probably would ask, like, what made you say that? Like, why you say that? Because a lot of the stuff, it don't be because of her random, like her regular videos. It be when she be like, oh, pet upstairs. And it's nobody in the comments asking for pet.
Girl, but listen, I have a butler, a chef, and a maid that I talk to every day. And they ain't here yet. So am I crazy?
No.
So you would say no, but then somebody else would be like, oh no, you're manifesting. Why can't she be manifesting?
Because they don't know you. But I can say no, it's not crazy because I know my cousin. It's gonna be like that. Yeah.
This is why we gotta mind a business that pays us. Because we have stipulations. Because the same way somebody is saying what they're saying about Clarissa, is somebody on the other side saying, y'all don't know my cousin. She not competing with this. Y'all don't know. You get what I'm saying? It's because you made me pull it up, and I'm pulling it up, and Remy look good on here, you know. But if you they said, Nia, stop being a hypocrite. she said I should be a hypocrite. But when I go over here and I'm looking on Remy's page, right? I'm seeing Remy change. Like, I don't know what the purpose was with her with this fur. Wait a minute.
That's what I was saying. I've seen change in all three of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why she.
Three of them. The only thing that I can say, like, I've seen change in Remy. I've seen change in Pat. I've seen change in Clarissa. But I also can say that with certain situations, I've seen Clarissa adjust her lifestyle to Remy's, trying to make herself appear as though I don't know how to explain it. But I have seen like situations where Remy get her hair like the little braids to the side with the little body band down, and then everybody pumping her up.
Okay, I see that. Now
Clarissa got the hairstyle.
Let me go to Clarissa. I see that. So
Remy posted she was in a movie store. She was buying clothes and she was like, yeah, body tea. And Clarissa posted not even 24 hours later, yeah, body tea. Because y'all don't know. Girl.
Well, I do know. See, I don't keep up, but I do know that when I see her, she's always talking about her body tea, even when before she met Papoose. Yeah. Remy, I mean, I'm not Remy. Clarissa, I'm not gonna let y'all do that. Clarissa always said her body was tea, way before Remy came in the picture.
It definitely is tea. I just don't. It's more so. I feel like it's kind of an internet type of thing because I'm pretty sure she might post it around the same time. If it's not after or before, I don't know. I don't follow either one of them on social media for me to know, but
you got up here and said she crazy. You don't follow her enough to know, but you got up here and said she crazy.
And you're right.
These are the hold on. These are the people, y'all, that be behind these posts and in these comments.
Instagram and Facebook, I don't follow her.
Mm-hmm.
On TikTok, I do have her. Now, what I will say, my comments wasn't based off of what I'm following. It was more so based off of what I actually see. Like her comments, her videos that she make randomly, it's not the same as stuff that be on her page. Like,
so you don't like her. So it seems like people don't like her internet persona.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with her in general. Honestly, her.
But this is what I'm saying. The fact that everybody put all this attention on her is what made me say I wanted to learn about her. And that's what I did.
And I agree.
But she said it. She never knew anything other than boxing. She said she didn't care about her appearance and all of that. But because no, I'm talking about after she already made it. Because you gotta remember she already had money. We met her after, right? And she was saying that when she got like the management and PR, they started telling her there are other deals. This is where that branding comes into play. It's deals out here, is other money you can get besides just boxing and the endorsements. So she said, okay, that her PR and all of them, she didn't have a glam squad. They made her do all, she's just listening and they're doing all of that. Yeah, so it's just no different from anybody else. Those other rappers who hit it and they end up getting a glow up. Like what's different. You saw what she looked. I feel like you saw what she looked like without the proper team. Now she has a team, and this is what she looks like. This kind of also reminds me of the whole Nicki versus Lil Kim type thing when they tried to say Nicki tried to be Kim. Look at with the pictures. So it just seems like when it comes to women, no matter what, they always put women against women. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard Remy Ma, even when she was hot, name being mentioned this much until Clarissa.
No shade. I agree with everything you just said. The only thing I'm going to disagree with is not even just this woman versus woman thing, because it's very much.
I'm about to share the screen.
Woman versus woman thing for sure.
It just be your own people. It just
no, it's not even just that. I feel like it's been so much going on within the industry that they don't talk about it enough. They don't talk about what these people actually have to go through and actually have to deal with. Like, even if it could be like, I feel like a good comparison would be, what's her name? Mona Leo.
Oh yeah.
And Mona Leo and Doja Cat. I would compare those two.
Okay.
So Mona Leo and Doja Cat, as far as branding, as far as what they actually do, they speak for the same thing.
Okay.
But it's real visible. It's real easy to tell which one out of the two actually sold their soul. Like Doja Cat and Mona Leo is not the same.
Okay.
When it comes to music and genres,
okay,
it's the same. But when it comes to how they live and how they move and how they do certain things, how they address their fans, how they engage with their fans, completely different.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for sharing. I'm over here now. I done pulled up some images. I'm about to get into these images over here because Andre and them they is commenting over here on Facebook.
I was ready to go ahead and engage with the rest of you people. I'm gonna be on here. I'm still gonna be on here.
Okay.
I just got up right not too long ago, so I'm about to hop in the shower, but I'm gonna still have this on plan though.
Okay,
hop in the shower, get myself together. But it was good to talk to you.
Yes, I miss you too. It was nice talking to you too.
Did you come in when they cruise?
What cruise?
This year.
Girl, I don't know, girl. The jury is still out. Bye. You gotta text me.
I will take your phone.
All right.
But I love you.
Uh,
It was good
Love you
talking to
too.
you.
Nice talking to you too.
Okay.
Bye. All right. That was a lot because I didn't know. Okay, so I pulled this up because here she is, she's bare. She goes, she's doing interviews and stuff, and she's bare faced. I wanted to get into it. Andre says this is why she should have left that married man alone until he was completely divorced. He's playing with her. And this is what I'm saying. How do we know he playing with her though? How do we know that he's playing with her? See, all of this is all I'm saying is nothing wrong with it, but I just feel like all of these things and what we feel and what we thinking, like all of these are what they call it in the courtroom speculation, Your Honor. That's what it is, right? Because I'm looking to try to see look, like I said, she just looked like a regular woman to me. Like this is how I look today. You know what I mean? Um, I don't want to ridicule her for the married part because you got people who deal with married people every day. You know what I'm saying? This would come with it. You got the bitter ex that don't want to leave it alone, and then you got the one who in the beginning where it's heightened and y'all gonna be beefing back and forth. You know what I mean? I just feel like it goes a lot of ways, right? But I will say, um, I feel like Clarissa keeps Remy relevant. I do. I feel like it's Clarissa. They had something to say because this was the post because she got Papoose name tattooed on her. Like, how many times I had a dude name tattooed on me and covered it up? Like, I mean, it is what it is. It may not be your thing, but it doesn't mean that it's not anybody else's. Um, I wouldn't say that he seems happier with Clarissa. Um, I would say that I believe he truly, truly, because he said it, he truly, truly loved Remy. But I feel like him and Remy, like when we look at the whole staple of the Black Love movement, they seemed more structured. Like it always felt like an act for me. When I see him interact with this young lady right here, it just seems natural. He said it from the beginning that he kept quiet about a lot of things, but Remy wasn't as supportive to him with his rap career and his rap label and things like that. And Remy and Clarissa support him. And Clarissa, I think she even signed under him or something. And they're like, oh, he's just trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. Like right here, she looks so pretty right here. But and at the end of this video, do you know how many people like still had something bad to say about her in this look right here? You know what I'm saying? I think she looks so pretty right there. So I don't know. I think this was the outfit where everybody was like, "Oh, she could have had on a different shoe or something." Let me see. They hated the shoe or something. And it's just like, yo, why do we want everybody to look alike? Why do we not want people to like what they like? You get what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about it. That's just my thoughts on it. I'm trying to pull up something else. People don't want people to be themselves. I don't know if he planned, but he should have got fully divorced before being full public with Clarissa. But what do I know? I don't know. People move on every day, B. You know what I mean? I can't tell that man what he should have been doing. Is a lot of things people shouldn't be doing. People shouldn't also go from relationship to relationship. You know what I mean? But they do it. Like I said last week, a lot of people, nobody really want to deal with the breaking. People don't like dealing with the breaking and what comes with being alone. So you know what I mean? Um, then they're like, oh, 1.5 big kids with a married man is crazy. But nobody is speaking about Remy messing with the battle rapper. You feel me? Like he ain't even. And I like Easy. Easy was fire. He used to be fire, but I feel like him and it being made known that he messed with Remy, I feel like that damaged his brand. That lowered him. We used to, well, Fun fact, I'm a battle rap girly, always been all my life. Um, I love battle rap. So that's why when I hear certain lyrics from certain some artists, whether it's Drake or Cardi, um, child, I can tell where her writers and where their writers got it from because I hear it. Like that girl stole a whole bar from Miss Hustle and people just blew right over it. But um neither here nor there. But and then Drake used Tay Rock for Baltimore. Drake used Tay Rock line in one of his songs. So it is what it is, take from the underdogs and that's just what they do. But I'm trying to find the other thing before I screen share it with you guys. I don't I don't know. Whether she's I am with you though, CJ. I think she be trolling. I do think that it's something where it's like, okay, it's almost like when you show somebody what pisses you off, and now they know how to piss you off. So it's like now as the public has gone, she know how to get to y'all. She know how to get to y'all. She know how to get y'all to talk about her. She know what to do. She wasn't doing this before. I mean, she did always talk spicy, but she has a team now. Her team has her. She has a PR team. We got to keep you in the limelight. I'm not going to lie. Hello. I don't like sports. Okay. I don't like boxing. But guess what? Yo, I really want to go see her box one day. I am going to go see her box one day. I don't even do boxing, but I want to see her box. So I think it's just like anything. When people are screaming, crucify you, there's always that it's going to have other people either become a bigger fan of you or have people get on a hate train. Me, I don't know. Am, I'm always been an individual, but I always root for the girl that get treated like this. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with like, sometimes people, we can reflect and see what we see. No, it's not because I reflect and I see what I see. It's simply because of the fact of the matter is I choose not to be one that's tearing her down. You understand? Andre said they both wrong. Just end it and move on. What? Oh, you talking about with them? They both that need to just go ahead and get divorced. That is hilarious. I mean, divorce take time. So y'all say, you understand? Any other time y'all are talking about, um, oh, it takes time. Divorce is not as easy as people like to think it is. And whoop de whoop de woo. Now y'all saying, they need to hurry it up and move on. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say that he is wrong for prolonging it. I'm not going to say that there's something wrong. Yo, when you with somebody for so many years, it is a process to get them out of your system. You got to think about it. I don't believe he's the one who wanted the divorce. You know what I mean? Um, Love is just a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing. It's not always the best, and everybody don't always have a pretty ending. But as we can see, our guests, you guys can join me if you want. Our guests couldn't even really disagree with anything that I said. And it's not about agreeing or disagreeing. It's like, yo, I think sometimes we really have to look and ask these questions. Um, she got her hair like this, so this and that. She do this. So now, I'm being a little dramatic. So now the girl can't cook. Now the girl can't do nothing. I have not watched her movie, her documentary yet. I believe I am going to watch it. I want to watch it. I want to see what it's about. But here it is. Also, I love the young lady who portrayed her. I feel like I did see it, but I might watch it again. See, this is her. You know what I mean? You gotta remember, y'all keep playing and they gonna get back together. That's how it be though. I wouldn't be surprised. But here's the thing, I don't know. I feel like Remy did too much. And I ain't even gonna lie. If Pat was to go back to her, I definitely would look at him like a fool. Because she came on the internet talking about his looks, talking about what he likes sexually done to him, telling the world how broke he is. I feel like sometimes there is a straw that breaks the camel's back, and I feel like she crossed the line, the point of no return. I do. I feel like she crossed the line of point of no return. Um, with that, come on, she's the first woman to make $1 million off boxing, and people don't want her to be proud of her accomplishments. And we all know, and I've experienced it myself, where sometimes we will shrink and try to make ourselves small depending on what room we're in or who we're talking to, and play dumb. Um, but at the end of the day, it's like, if she is the first woman to make 1 million in boxing, yo, bravo for the doors that she's opening. She's now shown uh a little girl who may be home wanting to be a boxer that, yo, I could make $1 million off boxing. I feel like it's all about the perspective and how we see it and how you see things. You know what I mean? But I mean, coming from nothing, yeah, I mean, what y'all gonna say about me once I get my coin, man? I remember when Candace used to show up on the show looking like little Miss Seeley from The Color Purple and whoop de whoop. And I already now be like, oh, I know I'm the sugar honey iced tea in what I do, not just the show aspect, but with all the gifts that God gave me. And because he is telling me, in his word, that he is greater, in me. Okay. So it's just like, when you believe these things and when you start to understand it, and you like, yes, not be malicious, not be condescending, but it's all about how you do it. And God wants you to be confident. Or should I say, he wants you to be Godfident. He wants you to do that. When you shine, he shines. So let your light shine. It's not her fault that her shining intimidates, irritates, and piss off other people. Now, if you're doing it just to be a troll for whatever you got to do, whatever for you, she doing what she got to do for whatever part of her job is that she got to do. But she doesn't give that she is a dickhead outside of the internet. You know what I mean? She doesn't give that to me. Um, let's see what Andre said. CJ. Sorry, CJ said Remy did and definitely did too much. I used to love Remy since back, way back, but now I can't stand her because of how she showed herself. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then let's get into look at me on there twice. Yeah. Um, people are supposed to hate on you as you elevate. It's literally necessary for the game. Yeah, and so just like with let's get back to the Jay-Z thing, because before we get out of here, because I love Jay-Z, but at the same time, when they say, well, these things are going on and people are doing these things, um, well, this is not his kid, well, that is his kid. It's almost one of those things where it's like, yo, at the end of the day, you can't go through life mistreating people, denying your children, and doing all this other stuff, but for so long before some stuff come to the surface. Like we have to understand that. Um, what they say, you can't believe what's done in the dark comes to the light, and then when it comes to the light, say no is a lie. He said that ain't that man's son. I don't know. I don't know. I believe I because I don't know them, but I don't believe he has a squeaky clean background. Just in our culture, regularly, um, older older dudes like younger girls. Let's keep it a bean. I'm a product of it. You know what I mean? Um, when I say product of it, I mean, well, yeah, my father was older than my mother. They was both like in their 30s or whatever. But I'm talking about for me, my daughter father is older than me. You get what I'm saying? Um, some of my friends dealt with guys older than them. Um, it happens. You talking to somebody you ain't got no business to. I mean, it happens. So could there possibly have been a baby? Yeah, you also know how it is that people do things and they like to run from their past. Or people elevate and grow and then they feel like, hey, this is me no more. So I don't have to acknowledge it. It just sucks. Um, I will say this though, as big as they are as into proving points and lawsuits and suing people, they ain't try to sue that boy. And quiet as it's kept, people may or may not like Nicki Minaj, but like she said on Twitter, why won't you just take the test so it could just go away? You have people who are celebrities that will be accused of being aggressive towards women or taking advantage of women, and they'll settle outside of the lawsuit. So can't say, oh, well, that's because we. It's too many cases. We see people. We see him settle to get stuff to be quiet all the time. Why? Why not just do it? If I am who I am and I know for a fact that this is not my kid, I am a billionaire. I'm going to take a DNA test and then I'm going to sue the pants off you for defamation. For good case of point, they might say she cuckoo, but they also Cardi B took Tasha K to court, sued her. Why ain't nobody do that to Jaguar right? Is Jaguar right? Could she be a little off? I don't know. Yeah, she could. Both things could be true. She could be a little off and she could be telling the truth. I wasn't there. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where um and Gene Deal and all of them who was there back in the day, they say he used to hang in Cambridge all the time. He rapped about hanging in Cambridge all the time. It is possible that he slept with that woman and she got pregnant from Cambridge. So we gotta, I feel like sometimes we gotta stop automatically saying people are lying, until it comes out that find out that they're lying. I mean, of course, we could talk to each other, y'all. We can. We just do this just for conversation purposes. But is this something that we talk about? I sit on the phone and talk about with my friends? Absolutely not. But it definitely is something to where as though, yo, I'm gonna take this DNA test and I'm gonna be done with it. Swab me. I only gotta see you. You can swab yourself and mail it in and go about your business and that be that. Now all of a sudden, this man has been going through so many loops to where as though they did different things about it, but he can't even right now pursue it any longer. They never told you why he can't pursue it. He just can't pursue it any longer. And he even said it like, I'm still going to continue to try, but right now I was informed to whatever. This man has been doing it for about been going on for about 3 years about it. Now, all of a sudden, on the third year, we have not heard from him no more. Yeah. So it's a lot. You know what I mean? And as my cousin used to always tell me, the higher up the ladder the monkey goes, the more his butt's exposed. So the higher up, the more. Listen, I go up there, reach that pinnacle. They might try to pull something up about my closet. Like, whoa! I forgot that was in there. No, that's facts though. My father has a child with a girl that's damn near my age. That's what I'm saying. Andre said, "Yep." And I follow the lady who I follow the girl. Oh, let me show y'all. It's been quiet. I follow the girl. She's called Jay-Z's real daughter. You ain't really hear too much about her. However, public record. Um, he brought her mother's house. But both of these women have like passed away. I think one had ALS and I forget what the other one has. I'm trying to find them for y'all to see if y'all know about her. It's her name is Jay-Z's real daughter. Now he said because they know Jaguar ain't lying. And hasn't Jaguar right too said that he has other children besides the ones he got with Benante? I mean, we just can't keep telling these people that they lying about everything. My question is this: why did he make it public though? Because it's Jay Z. He wouldn't have been loud if it was a regular guy. I mean, but you gotta understand when it's a regular guy, there's certain avenues you don't have to go through to get to a regular person. He can't just get to Jay Z. I think that what people gotta realize celebrities have different layers, and people stuff just doesn't get to them directly all the time. There are levels and there's layers to it. Um, and people um he says she sure did. Yeah, she did. And people we have to understand that these are not the average Joe Blow that you can just be like, oh yeah, it's a regular child support case. We're gonna go ahead out house and we're gonna go ahead go to child support, file the paperwork. No, you gotta understand it's things in place when you say, yo, I'm trying to go and get this for because this is my father and I am trying to do X, Y, and Z. It's stuff that you gotta do. Paperwork, lawyers, people gotta contact this person to contact that person. And of course, and if you feel like you're being ignored, what you gonna do? You're gonna go to the public where they are the most. So I mean, it's just with anything, people use the media to do the things that they do when you can't reach who you need to reach. So it's like, if I bring attention to this, guess what? If this goes this way, then my guy, you might go ahead and give this DNA test. So I don't know. I don't know why people do what they do, but at the end of the day, it could all go away with just a test. You know, plus you I feel like we've sat and we've heard whether they've been enemies and go back and forth, but we've sat and we've heard so many people, even from DMX and 50 Cent, and they try to not credit 50, um, Foxy and Craig Mack and Craig Mike wife and Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend or wife or something. You've heard so many stories, Dame Dad, about how many people you say how he ain't right. Just like they said about Diddy. And here we are. We don't want to believe that there's no truth to any of the stuff that's being said about these people. I think it's just because of who he is and everybody. And that's the thing. People worship celebrities. People idolize celebrities. It's like there's no way that he could do that. That man creep got more coochie than had more coochie than coochie had coochie, and you think he used protection every time? It's like I just feel like we do have people who can be cautious and do it, but this is somebody who's had access upon access. We don't know what he was doing, but when you are in the process of becoming great, there are things you're going to do and deal with, right? As you're going on your journey. I have met along my journey, I've only met one person who was like a complete, that's not nice, um, just wasn't right as far as like wanted to put certain things on my platform out of spite of no longer dealing with them, right? So you got to think about it. They might not do it today. But could you imagine if same said person would have wanted to do and do that same thing when I am already a million billionaire and put it out there and people on different gossip blogs who will know me or whatever it may be, if because it's a story. Grab it, get a hold of it, and push it. I'm sure there will be a lot of people who be like, he's lying or she's lying. Hell, I'd be like, listen, be a guest on the show so we can talk about it. I'm one of those people. I feel like even with Wendy Williams, like, I know they say some things you can't do when you're up there, but it's just like, no, come on, let's talk about it. If you really feel like you have been discriminated against, or there has been some type of injustice that I've done on your behalf, come on, let's talk about it. And we're gonna talk about it. We're not going to act like this didn't happen, because I've always been the person, but I've always gotten in trouble with my mother and stuff. Even in school, my principal, he'll tell you, I'm gonna tell what I did and what you did. I have no problem telling on myself, only because it's like, as a kid, you do it because you may not want to get in trouble, but telling on yourself has consequences. I'm a grown woman. What, you gonna punish me? You get what I'm saying? And I think that people have to, I feel like more people should look at themselves like that. I'm grown. Why can't That's why I don't like lying to people and being in relationships and being deceitful and saying, "Oh, I was with Trevor yesterday." Yes, I was. Like, what's gonna happen? You may not want to deal with me anymore. Depending upon who the person is, they might snap. But we pray that away. But just with anything, it's like I've never been afraid to repeat something that I've said. And most importantly, I will definitely repeat what you said. I will. I will. If placed in that predicament and we have to, it's like a thing, So I don't know. I don't think that everything always applies to everyone, because everybody's not a part of the group think tank, you know? He said, I'm saying even the layers, why do we know about it? Because they're rich. Maybe I'm just different. It looks like the attention seeking from your point of view. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We all have our own point of views and what we think about something. That's why I say perspective and perception is reality. Your perception is your reality. Um, and I don't know. Everybody has different reasons and thoughts and opinions on what they would do or what they think someone should and shouldn't do. Just like some people feel like Krishan and her family shouldn't put all their business on the internet. Well, they're doing it. You might not like it. Don't know what the reason is. They're doing it. Um, and there's that. People just believe what they want to believe. So here's a young lady who is his daughter, and this is her mom. This is her mom. And you see her name is Jay-Z's first daughter. You haven't heard any riddle rabble about her, because apparently, allegedly, okay, this young lady didn't, her mother didn't go through all that. He knew she was pregnant. He ain't make a big deal about it. Bought her mother like a $2 million or $1 million house, they say, and gave her money, and she didn't cause any issues. But apparently, this is what they say the story is behind her. Well, I don't know. You guys tell me, what do you think? I've seen some people behind the scenes. They talked about her, like her story is kind of a little buried under, and they also like, well, can't her and the brother just go ahead and swab and do the DNA? I don't know how that stuff works. It's above my pay grade. But apparently, allegedly, this young lady is supposed to be his actual daughter. And when I saw this, I went on to I started looking into it on YouTube, and one of like somebody who was close with him back in the day, different people, they were actually talking about it and was like, yeah, this is kid, and this is why it's not talked about because um there were like rules and stuff in place. But apparently this is supposed to be, who knows, okay? Somebody, oh my gosh, you look. Somebody said what you said. Oh my God, you. Why do she look like Blue Ivy? So this is supposed to be somebody who knows something. Somebody said Jay Z mother did an ancestry DNA check to find relatives of her own. This young lady also did one, even though her mother and family told her that she was Jay Z's dad. Her mother told her someone different. They both received a call about a very close relative. Jay Z's mom was very supportive. Oh, was very supportive about finding her granddaughter. Jay Z stepped up and does have her in his life, and he did purchase her a home in Maryland. This is not her real page. This is a fake account. This is someone who has access to her real page and is sharing her posts. Just look at the profile pictures. So, you know, whatever it is, apparently somebody took her pictures. They say, I don't know. But apparently this is supposed to be her. I do remember them saying that she did have a father figure or something in her life, but with everything that person just wrote in that paragraph is like the story behind a little bit of the story behind it. And this is her mother. But yeah, she lives in Maryland. So and then this was her mother. I think she had like ALS and then she passed away. Um there's her mom. But allegedly, here they go, here he go, and these his grandchildren, child. Um, who knows? What they say allegedly, because then they be trying to get me, and I'm like, look, I'm just reporting what they put on the internet. I don't know. Not claiming kids that you know are yours is weird. Yeah, but people do it every day. People do it every day. So uh, that was a little bit of supposedly the story, the backstory behind that. But I don't know, and I just feel like if he is, if he does, at the end of the day, he has to answer for that. Nobody else has to answer for that. He does. So this apparently was like what came out in her blogs. I do remember seeing this on the headline where it says that and the family agrees or something. But look at that, they look like them. Everybody has a past. He had a life before Beyonce. Both of them are probably his kids. Just own it. They may be. I just feel like, yo, why not just take the test and get it done? Why not just take it and get it done? And she a pretty girl. Child, I don't know. But yeah, apparently this is her child. Oh my gosh. Now she still wants me to cook. Didn't I just wake up 2 hours ago? But so I just feel like we have to just we could talk about things to talk about it because it may be good to talk because it's good to talk about and it's just a little bit of gossip. You know how we do here. But to fully just full blown be upset behind people choices and political views and their viewpoints and what they chose and what they didn't choose is like, okay, you in too deep. It's like you're in too deep, buddy. You're in deep waters. Oh, let me stop sharing the screen. But this was cool. And thank y'all for hanging in there with me as I woke up and got my brain together. Um, what else? Share the show for me, you guys. Um, thank you if you decided to donate, send stars or anything. I appreciate it. It's like, you better make your butler in that kitchen. That's what I'm saying. My butler apparently everybody is still on what they like to say. What's a good word, a professional word? A hiatus. Everybody is on a hiatus around here. Okay. Everybody. I did go and I worked out. Lord child, my whole body following behind that kid of mine. She wanted me to work out with her today. And my God. I ain't gonna lie though, it was the best sleep. It was the best sleep I had. So um I thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm going to get off here. I still came and gave you guys 2 hours, even though I said I wasn't going to be on here long. Oh, and if you don't know, in honor of my birthday, I do have a Karen birthday special going on for anybody in entrepreneurs and stuff. You guys can check that stuff out. Make sure you're sharing the stuff for me, please. Pretty, pretty, please. Um, Make sure you comment. I love the comments and all the engagement. All the engagement, it matters. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the participation. And I'm sorry that we weren't organized today, although we aren't ever organized, but Mama was tired today, okay? But I came here and I delivered, and we are here together because why? We are family like a giant tree reaching over the stars. We are family. Although I don't know if I should be singing that one because they got the beefing. When I think about that, they ain't got the beefing, in that scene. Watch your mouth, Miss Effie White, because I won't take that talk from no second rate diva who can't sustain. I'm not feeling well, I got pain. So, yeah, when I think about that, that might not be the right record to sing, but. Oh, I'm glad that I got to chit chat with you guys today. I appreciate you guys for being here with me and keep hope alive, keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. And that is where we are. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do you have anything you want to say before I get out of here? Okay, because it just seems like the Tourette's took over at the end. And I treated my hair, as you guys can see. I cut off some inches of it. I twisted it up. It's getting more healthy. And I just couldn't. I couldn't come on here. Had to come on here like I love Harpo. Lord knows I do. Okay. Um, but I'm so glad that you guys tuned in tonight. So glad I got to chit chat with you. Thank you guys for being here with me. I do have random shows that I've been popping up doing. So thank you guys for who joined in watching the crochet purse show, and um, thank you for watching the show yesterday with the travel agent for your travel tip Tuesday conversation. CJ, you always laughing at me. You always laughing at me. What else? Yeah, and we have new things. Oh, I did. Okay, I just don't have any information. I didn't even know that it was going to actually get put in there. I thought it was like a hoax. But I was featured in a book, and this book is about the perspectives of single parents or something of the nature, and that has been published, and um, it was sent to me yesterday, the picture of my chapter, and I was like, oh, I actually made the cut. So that is something new. So I'm excited. That was something new. I said, okay, now I gotta get a copy. It's not mine, but I was like, I gotta get a copy of this book now that they actually put me in it. Um, I'm excited about that. And still working on whew, sorry, y'all. Still working on how to go heartbreak in 10 days, getting that together and finishing it up. What is it? I don't know. Let me see. I know you're like, girl, what? But I promise you, I miss you. All right, let me find this information for CJ. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. Huh. That's a good question. CJ done gave me a stumper thumper. Let's see. What is his name? He's an author, I believe. Oh, let me see. I think I found it. Hey, no. Let me see. Oh, wrong person. Let me see. I miss you. I don't know, CJ. Golly, let me see. I'm trying to find it the professional way. You said you come back to me. All right, let me see. Yo, I'm sorry. This is for CJ. Woo. I'm being quite ghetto. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Ain't that crazy though? No, not okay. We're getting closer. Yo, ain't that crazy how I've been doing stuff and don't even and ain't even got the information of what I've been doing. It's called the Uniform Code of Fatherhood Justice from a parent's perspective. Let me see. I'm glad my mouth the only mouth on this mic. Yeah, let's see. Since you're here with me, sugar, I'm gonna Google it. Uh CJ. Um oh, found it. Thank you for hanging in there with me, sugar. That's a long title. I forgot already. I never knew. How do you think I feel? All right, let me pull it up. Child, I don't know. I'm trying to find it. Oh, child. I don't know. Hold on. All right, CJ, I'm gonna get this one more go for you. CJ, and you better be there. Nope, that's not him. Let me see if I can find him this way. Child. CJ, you making me look bad. Are you making me look bad or is I making me look bad? You know when I start talking ghetto, is I'm making me look bad. CJ, I don't know. But now you're gonna make me do research. Oh, I think this is it. Look, look, every time I say, oh, I think this is it. All right, I found the publisher. Okay. Found it. Meanwhile, how to get over heartbreak in 10 days by Miss Okay, you better clock it. You better clock it. That part. All right, let me show you. So this right here. So this oh shoot, you can't even see it, but him. I'm in one of his books. Don't know the name of it. I'll get it together. But he's the author and he's the man in the middle. And there's that. Look, did all that for a quick 15 seconds of fame. Ain't that what Martin called it 15 seconds of fame. You give me 15 seconds. But yeah, but that's it. So I have some other things that's going on too. I have to get around to it. But thank you for joining me tonight. I will see you guys next week, buddy. I'm about to make me some food. Peace.